Some of our stuff is still not fully edited, so, because we're actually getting ahead of the mark that way.
Gonna have to stab you, give you a point right in the ass.
Unless you start editing, you don't get to say nothing.
I'm saying plenty. Just release the shit, damn it.
Release the shit, unedited, fuck.
Can you imagine
what happened? It's not a show at that point.
It's mayhem. It's chaos.
It's like I shat upon the world and that's my art.
Yeah.
We're not that big yet. We can't do that yet.
It's only one sponsor that counts. Hashtag the MiG-1 Army. That's the one.
None of this shit is getting in the episode. By the way, Sean, do not put any of this in the episode.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Critical Thinking Podcast. I'm your host, Rick the Rizzo, along with my co-host,
Sean, the Irishman, and our other co-host,
the MiG-1. And for you humans, Magellus Majesticus.
Get ready. We're serving up the movie reviews edition right now.
Hey, bro, what's up? I feel like going to the club today. Why? Instead of getting fucking in the hurt, working like you feel me. I feel. Just beat up on the work, just by the movie, got it. My niggas ready to catch the body. I'm a born super straight. They get it. I got pounds of that work, so I'm super straight. I'm going ham in this bitch, so I'm super straight. Fuck niggas getting the hurt, so I'm super straight.
Episode 1, 2, 3.
So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And he don't know his ABCs. Yeah. Hey everybody, your favorite Cholo's back with the two Wolos. How y'all doing?
This man ain't no Wolo.
we're doing all right.
No, what the freaking hell? She doing all right. You ain't doing all right. She doing all right. You wish you had a body like that. Like, where Rick? He touching himself.
I wish I had a body like that. No.
No?
Not like, my body's fine.
Your body's not fine. Who the fuck lied to you?
He's a BBW.
No, he ain't. He SSBB. Supersize.
God damn, look at this one. Name that position.
That's called the welcome here.
Oh my God! All are welcome here. You forgot the all.
God,
that right there, Rick. What the hell are you looking at, Rick? Get off your nasty Instagram and get your ass focused. Stop looking at the hoes and the bitches.
Didn't you talk to this dude? Or didn't? I think Eric mentioned him or something.
Yeah, I mentioned something to him. He said he talked about thinking about maybe coming on the show down the road. We get Chinadu on here. That'd be pretty. Yeah, I'm actually in contact with. I don't know if you ever heard the band. Well, I'm not in contact yet. I'm still waiting to hear back. I reached out to Churches, the Scottish band.
Oh, really?
You know,
talk about the chicken,
the one that sings with Marshmello. You heard that song that's been out there right now. Yeah, so I reached out to her, but I've had a lot of people come back and ask me to come on the show.
Sweet.
So I need to start booking, and I need some numbers. I need some dates, bro. If I start booking, are we gonna be able to do some weekends?
just like we normally do.
So
but
just book it like crazy?
No, not like crazy, but you know.
I'll book everybody at different nights. We got to book it on Monday, Tuesday.
Five appointments a week.
Every time we do a show, that's when we need to.
You want to do it on the Mondays? You want to do it every Monday? You want to do it every other Monday?
Every time we try a weekend, someone always, can't make it.
Well, that's because you're sick all the time.
I'm not talking about me.
What are you pointing at, bro? You know when you point that finger, there's 3 pointing back at you, bro. Just so you know. You're a weird snake motherfucker.
There's one motherfucker that keeps changing his fucking mind on the Saturdays.
I don't be changing my mind, man. I got shit going on, man. Don't you know? When you're a master cholo like I am, you got shit going on.
Masturbating cholo.
Fuck you, Wolo. Unlike you, I got car shows, I got details, I got Instagrams, I got shits to do. I'm a busy man. You don't even know.
You just don't want to get up.
I'm already up. What are you talking about? Shit, man, it's crazy.
So he can't do one Saturday because I know he's probably going to go see Endgame.
Yeah, I go see it, Yeah. Oh, everything's gone crazy, man. I'm about to head off to Virginia again. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, wow.
Going to take a wrong turn in Virginia. I'm going to Virginia to see the boy graduate from AIT. So I'm going to fly out and fly back in 2 days. And I'll be back, and that weekend he'll be here. And that's the weekend of Braden's birthday, that Friday, excuse me. And then we're going to take him to see Endgame.
So it's Godzilla Day.
So I'm going to take him to see Endgame on Saturday. We got the tickets ready for that.
Oh, nice.
And then the following week, he's taking his SAT. The wife has a school party that I got to go to the day before, and then the following week we're going to Dallas. that same week we're going to Dallas. That Sunday because I can't go
Man.
Saturday now because the boy taking his SAT test.
Shit.
So and that ain't even that. And then there's even more. I got more. You want to hear more what's going on? Shit.
Well, when are we free?
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but my schedule's ridiculous right now. I got to write shit down, and then 2 weeks after that, I got to go back to Dallas to take the boy to a camp.
Man, if I were you, I'd have my phone full of reminders for all this shit. There's no way.
That's not even the camp I got to go to Austin for him. Yeah, I'm gonna be busy.
That's too much to remember.
Well, I got all written down on the thing and stuff like that, and I got paid for that shit too. So it's
So like I said, if we do any more interviews, I would say do it after Comic-Palooza will start interviews.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, I can do that. Start booking.
Yeah.
And I may have to book weekends on some of those because people can't usually come in on a Monday, but I'll do my best.
Yeah.
I'll do what I can. I'll work it out with them.
And remember, we can make it other times of the week too. It doesn't have to.
We
be
also have
Monday.
gamers that want to come on too, so that's been pretty cool. Then I had a couple guys from Twitch and stuff like that. Since you are a Twitcher, and not because he twitches, because he has issues with cocaine. Rick is trying to get off the horse. That's the heroin for you people. You good folks that don't know. How was your weekend? Oh, you had heroin. Isn't that the name of your hooker? Heroin? Oh, my bad. It's crack hole. Oh, man, I miss you fucks. You have no idea. Because I got to listen to your boring ass rip on me every time I'm not here. Where's that other cholo at, man? I'll be talking that Mondo shit.
He's in prison again.
You fuckers know I'm going to come back even more anxious and more with my teeth hanging out, the ones I got left. And then, I'm going to come a biting. I'm just saying. So, y'all just bring it on yourselves. Y'all should know better than that shit. So, as you know, I didn't do any Ubering this past week because of the rain and some other stuff. And I interesting thing in my life is I have a grandson and he comes over a lot now, and it's very hard for me to leave because when I get ready to go out the door, he kind of looks at me sad, so he just like melts me and I get stuck, and I just stay because I love being around him. So that's why I didn't go out this. And then the weather kind of played a little factor in me thinking it was going to be bad, but it really wasn't.
Oh no, it was fucking awesome.
But he was there, so that's why I didn't go. So my weekend consisted of Paw Patrol will be there on the double. We're not sponsored by Paw Patrol. Or Disney. But yeah, so I watched that and some other gigantic dinosaur cartoon and some other crazy shit with him. That's pretty much, I don't even get to see my own shit until he goes to bed. But yeah, so how was your weekend there, Rick, with your Ubering?
It was good. Friday night, didn't do anything, just stayed home. And then Saturday, went on in the morning, like I said, I didn't think I was going to Uber either because it was pouring down freaking rain all freaking morning.
Did the wind do that to that house? I saw the shingles off.
Oh, yeah, that was blown off a while back.
Oh, siding? Okay.
Yeah.
I really pay attention. I really focused around my surroundings.
Well, then all of a sudden, like, in my room, it's dark in here.
Yeah.
Because I have the windows pretty much covered up pretty well. And then all of a sudden,
it's all black in here like you're hot.
I walk outside. I'm like, where's the rain? It was like blue skies. It was comfortable.
Did you hear the... Oh.
That's exactly how I felt when I walked out. I was like, okay, let's get some Ubering. I got in the car, went, got some gas, took off, messaged him, see if he was going to go. No.
I also had a problem too with my phone. So it would have made a problem if people needed to call me on the phone. It locked up. So if you know how the Ubers call you sometimes? Ubers call you, Sean, since you don't do it. When they can't find you, they're trying to hunt you. They call you on the phone. They call you, say your call from your Uber rider, and that would have just locked my phone up. So it would have been, I would have been able to answer. So yeah, I was fucked. I couldn't.
You're right.
There's another reason.
So what happened with Apple?
Oh, wow. Are we going to have an Apple versus Android debate here? Damn.
Just because you can hide your porn better on your phone, though.
Jealous?
Yes.
Anyway, so the only thing that later on that night, when the front actually kind of pushed in,
Yeah, it felt
the
good.
wind blew everybody's car all over the place. Wind was like, the gallery area between the buildings, it was pushing me into other lanes.
Wow.
That's how strong it was. I literally had to hold the steering wheel to stay in the lane right.
So you put your Kung Fu grip.
Oh, yeah.
You put your masturbating grip on the whip. I got you. Let me see some calluses.
But anyways, yeah, so that was happening. And then the worst ride I had.
But any wrecks because of the wind?
No wrecks.
All right, okay.
No. I don't know what was going on downtown. They blocked off a section where I had to actually go around
Oh, wow.
somebody. And that was the second worst thing that happened because when I went to pick up that lady, I get there where Frank's Pizza is downtown.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I'm going to have to give me a piece of that pizza one day.
Me too. Because I pulled in and I got right there real quick and I was like, all right, where's she at? I'm like looking for her, about to text her, hey, I'm here. And all of a sudden the girl gets in and I look and the name was supposed to be Michelle.
No.
And I look and I said, are you Michelle? She goes, oh yeah, I'm Michelle. She sits down And she goes, we gotta wait for our friends to get here. So I'm sitting there going, okay, so I'm not moving yet. I'm not even hitting the thing to go like we're gonna go.
Right.
And then all of a sudden this other girl comes up, are you Rick? I said, yeah, I'm Rick. He goes, this is my Uber. And I was like, is your name Michelle too? And I looked at her and she goes, she looks at her and smiles and says, oh, yeah. She gets out, I got the wrong one. And she smiles and shakes her hand and gets out.
So she was trying to steal it over.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when she got in and I told her, when I asked her what her name was, I said, are you Michelle? She said, yeah. She goes, oh, God, that bitch. She just said, that bitch wanted to take my Uber. She goes, she goes, I would have paid for it for wherever she went. I said, no, I would have taken wherever you told me, wherever you had it on there. And then she goes, well, what if you had changed the address? I said, you change the address. I don't change it on my phone. Even though I know we can, but I say, no, we don't change that shit. I don't change it. If you want it, you change it on your phone. That way you know it's all you.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that shit. So she's
that way you know if they're lying or not.
Yeah. And she'll be stuck wherever I fucking drop her off at. And then I'll probably message saying, oh, don't charge her for this because I got the wrong fucking person.
That bitch is trying to steal the Uber.
Yeah,
I can't believe people do that shit.
Fucking assholes in this world, man.
And she fucking smiled about it too. But before that, I didn't know that Michael Epps, Ricky Smiley, they were all at Reliant.
Okay.
Doing a comedy show.
Huh.
So it ended and it surged over there and I didn't even know it. And I got pinged there and I went there to pick somebody up. And they was like, oh, I'm going to walk to the hotel. It's not that far. Which I was all like, really? You were going to wait for an Uber to take you a block? Because they were staying at the Crown Plaza. I was like, really? Because they were just on the other side. I was like, oh my God. So they just walked and then they canceled that ride. And then all of a sudden I got Insta again and I picked up this couple and picked them up and they actually waited. And I hate it because Texans games, rodeo, they always have a spot for us to pick up people.
Yes.
All the other events, they don't put a spot for us to go pick up these people. And it's a fucking bitch. So when they found me, they're like, oh, we got you. And they got in the car, took them, whatever. After I dropped them off, I got pinged in the same neighborhood, right across the street, in a different apartment. So when I get there, I should have canceled the ride because, I only can hold 4 other people. I didn't know it was 5.
Okay.
So because I didn't know it was 5, because when I got there, it was a guy and I saw 3 girls. All right. I didn't see the one sitting down. So we sat there. Don't get me wrong. It was an interesting ride, but it was the longest ride I've ever had.
Why?
Because when I got there and they all got in the car, it was, Asians. They're all skinny. They fit in the back like it was nothing anyways.
They didn't talk to you at all. They talked.
Oh, no. They were.
Okay.
They stunk. No. The guy sat in the front. His girlfriend was in the back and then the 3 friends. They were drinking before they got in the car.
Uh-oh.
All right. So they drank. They finished a bottle of Patron.
Okay.
So they up there. So we're sitting there and I'm like, all right, here we go. And I'm like, all right, the guy's like, hey, cool. We're talking for a little bit. The one in the back, he told me he broke up with her boyfriend broke up with her like 3 weeks ago. She's the emotional drunk.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So if she's held it in and didn't say anything without all that time, what happens when you're drunk? You just let it
all
out.
comes out. Yeah.
The whole fucking ride. I want Ken. Yes, I know the guy's fucking name because she said it so goddamn many times.
Oh, man.
He's like, I want Ken the whole way. And the guy's like,
he's right here, baby. I call him Ken.
Actually, no. I was being nice. He was like, yeah, she's all right. And he goes, you got any napkins? I was like, yeah, because it's so you can clean her tears off.
Oh, Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
she was crying. She was like, I want Ken. The girls are like, fuck that guy. You're better than that. They're fucking talking everything. But the whole time, I want Ken. In my head, I'm all like, Ken's fucking Barbie, let it go. So I fucking felt like saying so bad. I was like, God. Finally got to Washington Avenue. Because they were over on Reliance side, so 15 minutes to get to Washington Avenue to the Concrete Cowboy, which I found out that's an Asian hangout bar.
Okay.
So finally got him over there. And you know how Washington Avenue gets when it's packed? And it was like that. Well, they said, well, we just get out here. The girls were getting out. The guy's like, no, I'm going to wait till I get closer. He goes, I'm on VIP. I'm paying for this. I was laughing about it. I was like, okay, well, if you want to, I'll just drive you up there if you want. So the girls were getting out and trying to get the one that was crying. And she goes, no, I want to stay. She was staying in the fucking car.
Oh, shit.
And they're trying to pull her out. And so all of a sudden, now, Washington Avenue opens up. I'm like, I'm in the middle of the fucking road.
Oh, God.
And I tell him, I said, hey, let me get to the side over there, and then we can get her out so I can get off the fucking road.
Uh-huh.
And the girl's like, no, it's already here. I was like, no. And the guy said, no, shut the door so we can get her there. They're like, oh. So they shut the door. I got there. They get out. And she still doesn't want to get out of my fucking car. She doesn't want to go anywhere. And the guy goes and he grabs her and he pulls her hard. Because she had her leg kind of locked on the seat.
Oh, my God.
The seat.
Holy crap, she's really drunk.
And so he pulled her, and all of a sudden she comes out. And the moment she comes out and I turn and look, it's not whining, but all of a sudden you just look and I was like, she's passed the fuck out. In 2 seconds coming out of the car.
Holy crap.
Wow.
I was like, good luck getting in the club. Got my next ride and we took off.
They're going to think they're trying to abduct her or something.
I was like, motherfucker.
You know, I'll be honest with you, some shit like that would have drove me crazy. And you get those people like that, it's like, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? I've been fortunate I've had some decent riders, but nothing like that yet, thank God.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Addiction is terrible. I mean, you can get addicted to so many things. I
don't know what's worse, that or somebody won't say shit to you for a 30-minute drive.
They kind of tie. You know, I don't mind talking. If they're talking amongst themselves and not talking to me, I don't mind that. It makes the ride go a little bit easier because I know they're entertaining themselves, and Miguel over here will agree. But the whining shit, man, that was like, this 15-minute ride turned into a 30-minute ride. That's how it felt.
Rick prefers the women hitting on him. Talking about, hey, damn, Rick, you want to get a 5-way?
But, other than that was my night. I mean, I did pretty good. You know, I got home about 3:30, so.
Oh, okay. Huh, that was good.
So it wasn't too bad.
I was sleeping.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a man's got to have his priorities.
That's right.
Sean, what about you? What'd you do?
Touch yourself. I just worried about your priorities.
Well, my priorities is getting this book done. So every day I've pretty much gotten a chapter done. If there wasn't other shit that I had to do, this has become like the main grinding focus. Like, I don't care what I have to do. Like, I'm sitting down and I'm writing.
That little novel
the little novel.
The little book?
The little novel. All about Miguel, yeah.
Well, shit, you should write a book about me. That's a bestseller right there.
One of these days I will, but after you're dead, so it'll make money.
People by then won't know who I am. Now is when you got to write it.
Don't you know everybody always gets famous when they're dead? That's the important time.
I know, but people want a piece of me now, so you got to put it out there now.
That's gross.
I'm leaving pieces of me everywhere. I'll leave some in this chair before I go.
I bet your children are everywhere.
Not like that. Oh, Rick, I left a piece in your bed.
Damn. But yeah, I mean, nothing really big or exciting. I've just been spending a lot of time writing. I've gotten a lot done with it. I've been happy about that. You know, it's on a practical note here, you know, just so everybody knows out there, it's like you really do have to focus on what is important to you. What are you really trying to get accomplished? Like, there can be so many different things, and everybody's got needs. Everybody has stuff that's out there, but if there's something that, if what you're having to do as like a self-employed person or an entrepreneur, you've got to decide this is the project that matters, and that's the one you got to do.
Hey,
you got to focus on.
Hey, I got to give you props, man. Number one, you're writing a book, you're working on it, you're focused on it. I mean, I didn't think anybody would ever come up with a 1,001 ways to masturbate. But there you go. You're on it. You're breaking walls.
Hey, the pineapple's still the best one we ever came up with.
Dude, no. No. Tell me, Rick, how was that melon?
With the Everclear in it.
Anyway, so we can go more on this. I forgot. What's the name of the book anyway?
I'm still kind of keeping that under wraps. I have a name that I'm going under with as my author account on Facebook.
He doesn't know what it is yet, Rick.
Well, I'm juggling around a couple. I don't want to throw it out there too soon before I have it.
How many chapters have you
actually have it copyright? I actually have about 10 finished chapters. There's about 5 that I'm trying to get fleshed out the rest of the way through. You know, I have a structure to the chapters now, which is good, because before that it was kind of like how the fuck am I going to structure this stuff? Because it's like so many disconnected thoughts until you really start putting it all together.
One more question in regards to your book. How long is each chapter, would you say? 20, 30 pages long? Or
I'm trying to keep it shorter. I'm trying to keep it more like nothing is going to be over like 8 pages per chapter. I'm trying to stay within, like, my limitation is I don't want it to be more than a 120 page book. You know,
Okay.
I want it to be readable for people that are busy, that have stuff going on. I mean, this isn't the days of Leo Tolstoy. You know, we can't have fucking books that take you a year to finish. You know, so and it needs to be practical. It needs to be useful. So for me, I'm keeping the chapters short. You know, and trying to pack a lot in there. And that's a part of the difficulty and the struggle of writing this is really trying to, you know, my tendency is to get esoteric. You know, you and me, we have that kind of in common that we can enjoy that technical side of things. And I'm trying to stick to, you know what, though, it needs to be relatable and it needs to be practical.
You typing on the PC, typing on typewriter, or are you writing it?
Laptop.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, laptop all the way. I actually started most of these chapters to begin with on my phone. I actually started writing this on my first visit in Ohio. That kind of like just triggered all kinds of things in my brain.
It's interesting you said that because I was doing the WordPress shit on my phone as well. I do all my writing on that. And I stopped writing because I need to get back into that. I'm actually missing it. It is therapeutic, to be honest with you. And I also know, and again, talking a little bit about Sean today, I also know you still do the videos with your mother. I saw some videos on Facebook. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I find when I do the videos like that, a lot of times it's actually concepts that I'm starting to develop out for my book anyway. So like when I actually talk them out, it's a lot of times these conversations jog my brain to be able to start the writing. So I'll actually put the video out there and then it'll almost be a guide like, okay, fuck, I got to write this chapter. What were my thoughts on that? Go back to it.
Hey, man, when your book is ready, talk to The True. Maybe The True put your book out there for
you.
Yeah,
there
Brought
we go.
to you by The True. There's
right
the name
on.
of his book, The True Blue. You're reading what you want to there.
Damn, that would hurt.
Also, I'd like to mention, we will be at the Fan Expo in Dallas.
Yes, we will be.
I won't be, but I know Miguel will, and I know Sean will.
My son will be there too.
And so
we're coming to see the great one, the Steve Orlando, the baddest man on the planet.
Just be sure not to forget to pick the recorder up so I can.
To say what?
Picked up the recorder so I can go record.
Oh man, I thought this was a fun trip. Business.
It's still all business.
Bend over, bitch.
Yeah. Shit.
Hey, you're the one who's going to talk to the great Orlando. Maybe you can get him live on the thing.
I'll get him live. That's how we're going to record. We're going to record his life, his love life, his afterlife. How many more lives you got, Sean?
You going to tell him you're available?
No. No. If you see this Instagram lately, he getting in shape. You notice he cutting the 6-pack? I ain't nowhere near that, bro. I'm holding the keg.
I don't have his Instagram.
I'm sorry. I ain't on his level, bro. No, man. My man Steve is the shit. He's legit. I'm bringing a lot of shit to get him signed by him. I'm actually going to see if I can sneak something to him. Maybe see if we can get Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder signed for me since he's, DC now. I mean, I know Capullo, not personally. I mean, I've met him before. But Scott Snyder, no. So it'd be pretty cool if I can get something signed by them. And he's the one that can pull that shit off.
And hopefully I'll get lucky and maybe I can get to interview anybody else that are...
Oh, yeah. I'll do a lot of stuff. Take the photos.
Yeah, hopefully we get lucky for sure.
Dallas bitches!
Dallas, motherfucker!
I'm shooting.
I mean, they said they got a press thing for y'all and everything when you get your badges.
Really?
So yeah, they handle a lot different. And then also next we'll be at Comicpalooza. We're gonna be doing a retro rewind show there. So anybody that's seen which one, Golden Child, come join us, and we're gonna have a big old discussion on it for that day.
Y'all come out early and y'all can pick it with me. I'll be out there in the front with picket sticks, saying Rick is unfair. Rick is unjust. Rick is not a cholo.
Other than that, we're gonna have our review for Shazam.
Yeah,
because all three of us seen it.
Comicpalooza should be fun. Maybe before you jump off that, obviously we're going to meet a bunch of people there. They got some good people coming in. Hopefully, I'm trying to figure out.
They got the Flash there this time.
Yeah, and I wanted to throw the money down to get that.
Too bad I'm a poor man. Damn, this sucks.
I asked Brady if he wanted that for his birthday. He didn't. He was
$110 for the Flash.
Yeah, I was going to do that.
Yeah.
I was going to pay more.
$195 for what's her name?
Daenerys.
Yeah.
I feel like one of those would be worth money. A little bit down the road, one of those is going to be worth a lot more money than what you paid for.
I think I was going to pay the money for Braden to get the autograph and the picture with the guy with the Flash because that's one of his
Grant
favorite guys.
Gustin, yeah.
That was amazing. Yeah.
Gustin.
Yeah, look here. Just to kiss more. But yeah, so
if it was German, it'd be Gustin.
yeah,
fucking American.
I don't know. So wait and see. Now Stephen Amell shows up. Oh hell.
I don't think his schedule's full, but hopefully he can.
I know, that'd be amazing if he showed up once. I'd like pay the money to see that guy. He's freaking hilarious. But, I'm excited, so yeah.
Got the doc from Star Trek coming, too.
Got lucky last time you got Michael Chiklis.
That's right. Well, I paid for that.
Yeah. Hey, you still got it.
I usually don't pay for stuff like that.
Oh, damn. That can be taken a lot of ways.
Yeah, that's right. Which doctor is showing up? Merlin?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, from The Flash? from Arrow? Yeah. So that'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
John
John Barenthal.
Not Barenthal. That's Shane.
Oh, my bad.
John, I know his name. I can't think of his last name. It's in my head right now. You're thinking of the wrong guy, you bastard. But no, that's pretty cool. So, taking the show into the depths. As you guys
of darkness.
As you guys know, we have La Llorona coming next week. There'll be no Mexicans in the theater for that.
I know. I thought that they was like La Llorona. I was like, really? What's the next movie gonna come out? The Cucuy?
That's right. Riding shotgun. But yeah, so we got some great movies coming out, man. So saying all that, I know we all got to see a movie. How the hell did you get in that movie, Sean?
I snuck in. I did it the Mexican way.
Hey!
I am a cholo.
We're gonna build a wall as it gets out.
In the theater.
It's like, I know we all went to see Shazam. I got my in-game tickets now.
Oh, just did? What day are you going to see it?
Thursday.
Thursday night? Really? How'd you do that?
I got it at 7:30.
Oh, God.
Well, it's only me, so there's a seat just dead center of the theater.
Oh, nice.
I was like, it was the only one. I was like, I'll take it. I wasn't going to sit in the front. I said, I'm right there.
Around with stanky ass people around you.
The only downfall is it's a 3D, so I had to actually pay a little extra for it.
That's still cool, though. I don't care.
Well, I mean, this one would probably be worth seeing in 3D.
I'm not going to see it till Saturday. But I got my seats I wanted.
Man, I'm waiting till Tuesday. Fuck that.
There was IMAX, but it was IMAX in the front, but still, that's like kind of big. You think about it, you're like...
I'm going to wind up seeing it again somehow because Cameron's going to be here, so we're going to figure out a way probably to go see it again. So.
It'll probably calm down by then, so you'll be able to get tickets then and shit.
I'll just beat people up. Military discount, baby.
Yeah.
So
Actually, they have that.
That's right. I'm going to use it for everything I can.
They have it, when I did it for Adam, the app, I got it over at Palladium, that's what it said. It said, oh, you military? You're so I was like, no, I ain't military. I can't prove it, so.
I can't prove it. This motherfucker shows up in a uniform.
Fake valor! Fake valor! I'd be the dick calling you out.
I know.
This motherfucker, you know you're not supposed to wear those out here.
But anyway, so, how are we going to start Shazam?
Keyphrase. Shazam!
Nobody was holding the staff. Well, except maybe you.
You did that on your own time, Sean. And technically, he doesn't have a fucking staff.
Miguel's always like Michael Jackson over here.
Thinking about my girl, Billie Jean, and she's not my lover. Nice. You go eat it.
God.
Well, you're like Weird Al. You eat it. Oh, there you go.
All right, all in all, Shazam, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a really good movie.
It's no Captain Marvel.
They about the same to me in this. But I know this one had a little bit more. Oh, no, well, you're right. Captain Marvel
had boobs. No ass, but she had boobs.
This was actually a fun movie. That's how I took it.
I would say it was a fun movie if my fucking theater didn't fuck it up for me.
I saw it again. That's why I
And fucked it up for everybody.
I used my...
Your free pass?
Yeah.
Now, we saw more than enough to understand. Yeah, it was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. I thought, what's his name again? The guy who played the
Zachary Levi. Shit. Jinx. Rick can't talk.
I told these motherfuckers, who's the Mexican guy playing me? Like, Cheech Marin? Oh, the fuck you talking about? Cheech Marin is your new Shazam.
Shazam?
It's a Mexican Shazam.
Shazam.
Y'all are fucked up. But no, yeah, Levi was amazing. I thought he was great. You're dead. His whole power thing was cool. I did not expect, and I'm going to jump forward, so spoilers for everybody who hasn't seen it.
It's always spoilers.
Yeah.
It's always spoilers on this show.
I didn't think they were going to do the Shazam family yet.
Yeah, I didn't think either.
I didn't expect that at all. I expected him more. I mean, learning to do his abilities, but I expected him to grasp a little bit more and be more of a arrogant dick, more than what he was. So in the show,
Yeah.
and I thought it was pretty cool the interaction between him and his brother, the cripple.
Him and this. What do you call it? Foster brother?
Yeah. Well, I guess that would be the right word. Would be a foster brother. Yeah.
So it was cool. I liked. It was fun who the dad was. The foster dad. He was the dad from one of the stupid ass movies I watch all the time. With oh my god.
No, it's not that movie.
No, but yeah, he was really good.
Yeah,
and the mom too. They had a great chemistry.
Yeah, was the mom?
The mom, I forgot where I saw her from.
Look like the mom from friggin' La Bamba or some shit, but it's not.
No.
I mean, the dad reminded me of like what maybe a stereotypical Hispanic metalhead is like. That's what he reminded me of. I like this guy. This
Well,
guy's
if you remember
crazy.
his face personally, he's the guy that was carrying the big axe in The Walking Dead. He
Really?
he was Ezekiel's bodyguard.
Oh, okay.
But he was also in the movie with, not Russell Crowe, but Gerard Butler, where Butler's the cop and they try to rob the bank.
Oh.
Den of Thieves.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Den of
He
Thieves.
was in there too. He was a bit part in that. But, which I watch every time it's on TV. My wife goes, Jesus Christ, will you watch another movie? But no, yeah, he's a really good actor. And I was very pleased with this. They chose him. I tell you what, I hated Shazam's mother.
Really?
The real mother.
Oh,
the
okay.
bitch.
Oh, yeah.
You knew when the kid was lost and she didn't go looking for him. You knew all this shit
But
already.
you know, that was so psychological. That was so sound in how he, as a child, painted her and idealized her and thought of her in this way. You know, you see the story earlier
she was
on.
looking for me and she couldn't find me. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, well, and his whole perception was that she was smiling and saying, well, mommy's not batting 1,000. And then you see the actual story later on. It's like shattered illusion. It's like, whoa. That is exactly what it's like. The difference between a child's perspective and what they see later on in life.
And then you wonder why kids who have daddy issues or mommy issues who go through divorces and shit like this and what they actually really suffer from. I mean, in their own version of their own PTSD.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And that was as a person who has both parents and who kind of, we're not even getting into that right now. But it actually kind of crushed me a little bit. I was very devastated a little bit. I was really crushed. It really hurt. It really got me in here. I was like, man, that's fucked up. But I love what he did. Here, you'll need this more than me.
Yeah.
That's the way to tell her. Fuck her. Because I would have I've been like, fuck you then, bitch. I'm better off without you then. That would have been my take.
Yeah.
That'd have been me as Billy. But I never would have gotten the powers in the first place. I'm not a pure heart.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, like all the bit parts that were in there, like I said, when I mentioned this before, they said, take the movie Big and a superhero movie and put it together. And did you notice that they had the bit parts from Big in the goddamn movie?
The piano.
I was like, oh my god.
And he noticed how he looked down at it?
Yeah.
Then he ran away.
And then the whole, like when they kind of threw in Batman, the whole thing is like, get him, Batman. He throws a fucking doll.
I'm justice. I'm the knight. That was fucking hilarious. But having the Batarang, the Superman bullet,
oh yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
how they learned with the Batarang how to hurt.
Yeah, I heard the guy. I can't remember his name.
The Dr. Zavana.
I can't ever remember the fucker's name. They barely said his name in the whole movie.
I just know he's a punk bitch.
Yeah. He got fucked. That's all we know.
And what's funny is his dad was Lionel Luthor from Smallville.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's such a good actor.
You know, you can see how Zavana became the bad guy.
Yeah.
His fucking dad and his brother were fucking pricks
Yeah.
towards him.
Yeah.
Because he was a bitch.
You know, it's okay,
No,
so
he also went through his emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Okay,
I can understand why he wouldn't appear at Heart because he didn't have supportiveness or anything. They kept talking
yeah,
down to him.
absolutely. But you know, to get really existential here, like when the wizard was dealing with him was saying, no, you're never going to be, there's like two things at play here. One was the fact that he was seeing in him that like you are just going to cave to the dark side as soon as it's calling to you. But on the other side, like when he finally had to choose Billy, he was just like, well, you just have to be the one, you know? So he's like, he knew, like, I don't really have a choice. You're going to have to choose to be the one. Like he had to kind of come to that conclusion that it's like, I'm not going to get anybody who's perfectly pure of heart.
when he took Billy, I understand what you're saying, but he also took Billy because he was almost dead.
Yeah, exactly.
no
That's what I'm
choice.
saying. You had no choice. And so the realization was, at the end of the day, you try to look for a perfect, pure heart, you're not going to find it because it doesn't exist. Nobody's born with this, I'm just good. You have to choose good. You have to decide to be that kind of person. That kid, it's funny how the contrast is. That kid, he's like, I had to work to get to this point. I had to work and I had to fight and I had to earn it to get back and to get that eye. He had to prove his dad wrong, prove his brother wrong. He had a major chip on his shoulder. When he sees the little movie thing about the company, and he's in the elevator like, oh, a family, fucking punches the glass. So you can tell he's still got this major fucking issue where he's just pissed off at the whole idea of family.
Yeah, it's part of an environment, man. He grew up in a non-parental, loving, like Rick said, a supportive family.
Absolutely. But then, the power that was fundamentally the sin of the 7 sins that was staying in him was envy. It was for something that he wanted that he couldn't have. So his hatred of family was because he never had a real family.
But also, I thought he had a lot of pride in him going there, too, at the same time, because he wanted to be, he had it all. If you think about it, he had every bit of 7, but you call it right. Envy was the biggest one in him.
Yeah, he wanted what he couldn't have. Yeah, and Billy, he was absolutely not perfect. And I love the fact that they were kind of showing that, like, he wasn't just coming with this perfection, because he did a lot of shit as Shazam that he really shouldn't have done. But at the end of the day, he's 12. And, human beings are imperfect. But when the choices came right down to it, he did choose, it's my family over everything else.
Yeah. And that's the thing I like about Shazam is you see him in the cartoons and everything else, and Batman knows he's 12. First of all, Batman knows he's a kid. He's the only one in the Justice League that knows he's a kid before everything goes down. And then when Wonder Woman and all of them find out they want to kick him out, and Batman's like, no, he's a member of the Justice League. Batman actually goes to bat for him. Yeah. Because of what you said there. When it comes down to it, he does the right thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's still an arrogant little kid, kind of inside of a grown man's body where he makes the mistakes, but he learns. Right. And by the wisdom of Solomon, he winds up getting better, and he becomes a better superhero. He becomes a better person. Yeah. Eventually, he gets that heart that you're thinking.
And that's the funny thing.
That's what the wizard knew. Yeah. The wizard knew he was going to go from this point. He was going to go here.
And that's what's fascinating.
But he could feel it that he was going to go the right way.
That's so fascinating because it's a redefinition of pure in heart. We look at everything as like being like already a finished product. Like that's just already what you are and already who you are. But with him, it's a progress and it's a development to the point that even though he might make mistakes and he might do things that are fucked up, he will start to make decisions and develop because his trending decisions will be towards what's good.
Yeah. Hang on, let me just say real quick, and then I'll let you go. I'm going to make one statement. I always tell my wife and I always tell my kids and stuff like that, and this is probably not a good thing to say all the time, but I have said this to them. I said, look, I believe personally every human being is one horrible event from going the wrong way. You're one event in your life from pushing you from the good to the bad. It just depends on what kind of environment you have, what you're in that's going to sway you. Yeah. That's just my personal way of thinking.
It's just like that. That's life.
I agree, but I disagree because I've seen so many incidents of people that were in parallel situations, and yet one person goes one way and the other one goes a completely opposite way.
But it still can be reversed.
It could go either way, but I believe it is fundamentally up to the human will. I think that you do decide. You become both.
That's what we're saying.
You mean both in the same situation, okay? We're going to both be in the same scenario. A killer breaks into your house, kills everybody in your family in front of you. You can do nothing about it. A killer breaks into my house, does the same thing to me. You coming from a loving family and everything else, and y'all been very tight. It would really hurt you really deep down. This is just my read of you. It would really get to you, but you wouldn't do anything about it. You would mourn, you do your own thing, you'd live your life to prove, to do something to shine their name. You would become something great so you could prove your family name and say, I learned from them to be a better person. Me, because I know who I am and the problems I have, I'm off the rails. I'm Punisher style. It's time to
But Punisher's still a good guy.
No, yeah, but he kills. I'm off the rails.
But that's nothing. There's what's so wrong about killing?
I don't
have a problem with killing.
It's immoral.
I don't see killing as immoral.
Well, if you're not a church going man, it's considered bad.
Well, I mean, but then that's another question altogether.
So maybe I should have used Rick.
Basically, what he's saying is. It's hard to say. I mean, it's kind of like
nature, nurture.
What I say,
his is off of revenge, which is not a good way to do it.
Well, but then again, you can learn from revenge. Then again, you can grow from coming out of that background. People don't become evil because they have to be. They become evil because things drove them to that, but they still choose that. You can still look it in the face. I mean, look at Rick Ross. Not the gangster, not the rapper, the criminal. Look at Rick Ross.
All right, hold on, Sean. Let me stop. As much as you're trying to prove your point, you're still proving Mike's point. Miguel's point over here. You're always on this line here, and it doesn't matter. It's always choice.
We always have the potential,
You're either going to go bad or you're going to go good.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. That's what he's just
saying. That's my point too, yeah.
Yeah, that's what y'all had the same point, but you're trying to argue on it. But
I think we're differing a little bit about how much nature or nurture comes into play. It's always, I believe they both have extreme impact, but I think at the end you still choose. Joker did not have to be the Joker. Batman didn't have to be Batman. Bruce Wayne could have decided another direction.
Yeah, it's still a choice. It's not saying that's already. It's still you have that choice. But your influences on either side, which one is stronger is one you're going to take.
I don't agree. That's what I don't agree. I don't agree that whichever one is stronger outside of you is
no. You wins. Don't know. You won't know until it happens.
What you don't know is what you don't know for sure. I mean, none of us can know for sure.
We won't even know for ourselves.
Well, let's get here. Let's take this let's really think about this for a minute. Okay. So let's argue that we don't know if nurture or nature is stronger.
We probably don't.
But if the placebo effect, if choosing does tend to, and scientific studies do show that, if choosing to believe, for instance, that there is meaning to what we do, there are consequences, that there is a God, that things are actually, there's actually a grander scheme of things, if that actually has a greater scientific tendency for people to actually choose to do the more honest thing, it only makes sense then that if you have more belief in yourself that you can make decisions regardless of your environment and you can choose your own path, you can break away from somebody else's programming and decide what you want to do outside of your environment. If that has a higher tendency, that actually shifts the odds in favor that you're actually going to do something different and not be the product of your circumstances, then why the hell believe the opposite, even if it's a delusion? Because even if it's a delusion that works, do it. Phenomenology over science. If at the end of the day, just my believing that I don't have to be the product of my circumstances allows me to make a decision to break out of my own environment, then believe it even if it's a delusion because it works.
Free will.
Exactly. I believe in free will at the end of the day.
It's still free will. It's just the influence that are there. It's just... You don't know.
There will be. I believe that there is definitely a stronger tilting of the odds. I believe our will is definitely tilted a lot more in direction because of our environment.
I'm not saying the influences are going to push you.
Yeah, but not everybody is strong.
Yeah,
is as strong as you're saying that can handle that. Kids who have been abused, who've been whatever, and have lived in kids that were abused. But live in a good family. But weren't abused by that family, abused by other members of the family. But that other family, their current family didn't know. They're in a loving family, but still, that stuff.
But then there were kids that were in that environment and still chose something differently.
Yeah.
And still went in a different direction.
It's still, like I said, the influences are there.
I carry both.
It's not saying that, this is going to push you to be bad. This is going to push you to be wrong. They're both bad and good, but it's just how strong a will that person is. It's not the influences. It's just.
But then that's a question on the mechanism of will, though. Is the mechanism of will just something that's already wired in you, and this is how it is?
No.
Or is the will something that is? Is it free will or is it not? Is it a programmable thing, or is it non-programmable and put in by something outside of you? If it is programmable, if it's really dependent on your guiding intelligence, then it really does. It doesn't matter what circumstances you're in. The potential is infinite.
Let me take what you kind of keep throwing in. Let me throw this one word out that really sets you off. Let me take will out. That's what you're looking at as, it's kind of like a program. No. I'm saying it's the strength up here of a person's mind. And you can see in psychology, it's a person's mind. If it's a weak mind, you know it's going to do something. It's going to crack. If it's a strong mind, he's not going to crack.
You could be in the worst. You could be in the. That's a good point. You could be, I think, in the worst situation in the entire world. I'm not talking abuse. You're getting ass raped every day or whatever. I mean, I'm just talking the worst possible situations. But if this person has a mind that's like, I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to raise myself up. You've seen some of the stories. Some people, football players, that raise themselves up from the ground and make themselves something. For some reason, they were fortunate to have the mental capacity to realize, I don't want to be like that. Where somebody, even though take the same situation, now make it personal. Now, instead of it being like some degenerate out there, now we make it personal. Now it's a family member doing it to you. And you still supposedly had a strong mind. Now that makes it even worse, even harder on that person. Can they handle it with a will and crack? I understand I know exactly what you're trying to say, and I know we're both trying to say, we're talking about Billy and the choices he's made. I just think subconsciously,
See, the thing is, I think for me, we have to draw a black and white line to it, even though, I know what you're talking about. I know you're talking about the gray line and the ambiguity and how much can a human being really take. I get that. I fully get that. But at the end of the day, where does it benefit us to keep things in a realm of ambiguity? For yourself personally, let's just take it to that. What if it's yourself personally? Where does it ever help you to set a limit and say, if this happened, I would break? Because if you believe that, that will be the limit you'll break. That's known. That is a known fact. That's the power of the mind, of what you believe. That's the power of the I just said without.
I know exactly what you're saying, because I've used to make that statement before. If this shit ever happens, that's my point. I'm gonna snap.
Yeah.
And then some shit like that happens, you're like, okay, well, I guess I wasn't gonna snap.
You'll never know your true strength if you put the limitations on what your strength really is. You'll never know how far you could actually go if you believe in the fact that this is the point where you can't stand.
We don't believe that we're that strong to begin with in the first fucking place. So that's another reason that you put stupid limitations.
Yeah, well...
To set some kind of because we're all about the lines. We're all about, this is as far as I can go. I can't carry anymore. I can't do anymore.
Which is my argument is not to take away from people that are victimized, to take away from those that are in it, but actually to empower them, where it's like, okay, if you think, well, I can give up now because this isn't fair, and this is beyond the point that I can be a good person, so I'll become the Joker, that's what you get. That's what you get.
You put one of those people in front of you right now, though, they would tell you, and just who in the hell do you think you are? You're not living it.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're living it or not, because now we're talking about objective truth. Now we're talking about, what do you want? Do you want the worst life possible or the best life possible? If you want the best life possible, you can't allow life to push you around. You have to decide that, you know what? I don't care about limits.
Even as adults, though. Even as adults right now. Boy, we really got off of Shazam. Even as adults, though. They still allow, and I can say this, they still allow what happened to them many years ago, or what's going on right now, affect them and what they're doing.
Because they don't fix their shit.
They're not being proactive. They're reacting, and it's still, I can't say the word. It's like a freaking shroud. It's on you, and you can't.
It's always choices that make. It's always down to choice. Nobody's ever going to have that one straight line.
And no one ever knows the choice they're making.
Yeah.
I won't know the choice you're going to make because I don't know what you're seeing in your head. You may be validizing it inside your head saying, I do this, this, and this makes it valid. Well, if we looked at the same shit, like, what the fuck was you thinking? This belongs over here. So again.
Yeah, values makes an enormous
human mind,
difference.
Everything else is not going to be different.
But when I was saying a straight line, it's like...
Billy chose correctly. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nobody has a straight line. Everybody has a crooked line, if you think about it. Because there's always everything in life where you're going to be there and then you're going to go bad.
I think Billy's line is dotted.
Well, I agree. I agree with you there. Absolutely. I agree the line is crooked. The thing is, what I think is where our philosophy is useful to us is where are you trying to get to? So you might get away from that point and your road might wander. It might take you away. But where are you trying to get to? What is the person you're trying to become? If that's the person you're trying to become, you acknowledge mountains. You acknowledge streams. You acknowledge things coming your way that tries to beat the hell out of you. But what's your North Star? What are you shooting for?
I want to be a pimp.
Well, then you can do it.
What the fuck are we talking about here?
It's like, all right, now... Coming back to
Shazam.
Thank you, because I don't know what the fuck y'all just spent 20 minutes talking about.
We got very existential here.
Okay, that's my word.
All right, watch. Coming back to Shazam. Just this discussion is going to kind of throw it on to you. When Billy, remember, he sent the searching spell to find him the chosen one. He was picking all kinds of people.
The original Shazam.
Yeah.
He was picking. He never got Billy right away.
No.
Yeah.
When did they get Billy? When he made the decision, when he was walking off. He made the choice to walk off, and then he stopped and said, no, let me go help.
Oh.
He turns around, comes back, beat the guys up.
He changed his destiny, so it is like a free will thing. That's interesting.
He changed it at that point. And then the surgeon said, well, he could be it. And that's when he got pulled, if you notice that.
Well, that's because at the point in time, Billy was still a vagrant, still a all about myself kind of guy. It's one of those, it's kind of those whole, what's that movie, This Is Us? Not This Is Us, the one with James Franco.
Yeah.
I can't. Where they're dying in the rapture.
End, this is the end.
This is the end, where he goes to heaven only after he decides to sacrifice himself. So Billy made a sacrifice.
Bruce Almighty's like that too. Yeah.
Made the sacrifice to care about someone else rather than himself, and then he became.
He got the searching stone, pulled him to make a decision. Well, they know that when it comes down to it, he's like, I know I'm going to make the right decision.
So let me ask a serious question on that point. Would you have helped even before all that? If your foster brother, if you were Billy, would you have helped him?
Probably not.
Would you have helped him?
I mean, again, that's really hard because I'd have to put myself in his own shoes. But let's assume if I did, I think just because of my personality type, I think because of being an INFP, being the way I am, I probably would just be like, I can't just stand by and let him do this. Like the only way I could do this would be to become a hideous villain in my own mind. So I have to do something about it. So I would have done something about it whether I liked it or not.
I like Rick's canon answer. He wouldn't help. I would help, and here's why. Not for him. For me.
Exactly. I mean, it's the same here.
Would not make me chosen. How do I do it for the women?
It's like
the girls are.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't do it like any other way, but I was like, I don't know him. I don't know what's going on with that shit. I'd be like, what the fuck? Why am I getting involved in this shit?
Self-preservation.
Especially since I'm fucking doing whatever I want at the time.
True. I understand exactly where you're coming from. But like I said, I would probably help, but it would be a bad situation. I mean, based on the character and whatever else, it would be because I want something in the end return.
Yeah.
Like, if I do something good, then something good will happen to me. That type of thinking.
I wouldn't say it's bad because it's a thing you can learn from. All of it are things that you can learn from, and that's something that he learned from too. Like he was going to walk away, and yet something in him is like, you know what? No.
But here's the good part about Billy is he did it and didn't expect anything in return. Obviously, if you're doing it and expect something good, like I do this, something good's going to happen to me. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like me using that, that's not a good thing.
But he did have to fight through the moral quandary, though, of like, is this even worth doing anything about this? Because that's why he was going to step away because there wasn't anything in it.
I think he had actual fun beating the crap out of the bullies. And that's probably where I would have probably gotten. I would have had fun. That probably would have wound me up, hitting him with the thing.
Yeah, being a scrapper, yeah. Well, and I think there's probably, I meing, there's one thing I don't think you're giving yourself credit for either. It's being cause-oriented. And that's like, why would you join the army? So, there's other things that play in your own psyche that I don't think you're giving credit to as well. Because you're being humble. And the reality is being cause-oriented, searching for meaning, seeing the underdog and wanting to fight for him, wanting saying, you know what, here's a fight, and this is the bad guy and this is a good guy, and I know what to do about it. That is something.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you kissing my ass. Jumped in.
I don't need to kiss your ass.
It's a little dirty, Sean. Can you clean it for me?
I smell it every day.
Back to Shazam.
Yeah, man. Why are we getting so philosophical today? Damn it.
Because actually, you think about this movie.
It was philosophical.
It was very philosophical. You know what? And I enjoyed the whole first part of the movie so much because of that. The only thing I will say that I didn't like about the movie, like you said, that they brought in the family Shazam thing, I felt like that was too soon. Not that it's like I enjoy the concept because like the whole concept of Shazam in the first place is that he didn't get it because he earned it, because he deserved it. He got it because he would do the right thing with it.
The only thing I liked about that part when the family was brought in is because they remember what the wizard said, open your heart. And so he did.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, to me, it's not like a totally like, this just ruins the whole thing, but it kind of takes off like the lessons and the things are kind of like about this character.
Like, all right, you want to know a real big spoiler about the Shazam family?
Go for it.
There's a good reason why they wrote it to bring in the Shazam family already.
Okay.
Because they're gonna do the Black Adam movie.
Right.
The Rock is actually, I told Miguel before, The Rock was the big producer of this one.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
He was, because he was being the Black Adam. He was supposed to be in the movie.
Oh.
But he has his own backstory that's actually pretty big, and putting them together, it wouldn't work right. So he said, let's do Shazam and then Black Adam.
Okay.
Because Black Adam technically is not bad. He's kind of anti, but he does it for himself.
Yeah,
okay.
He is.
He does it for himself.
If you follow what's going on right now, Black Adam has his own country in the DC universe where he allows all criminals or anyone who's been falsely accused to come stay there and not be prosecuted.
Oh, so he's kind of like Naked Snake from...
But he's also kind of like, I will do what I will do, and you can't tell me, because Superman flew to that country and they face to face.
Oh, wow.
And he's not afraid of Superman.
But
okay.
the reason why he did it is because this is how Shazam's going to, in the second Shazam, because the Black Adam movie is going to come first. They brought the family in because Shazam's going to do something where the 7 realms are going to be open because of the stupid fucking worm.
Yeah, the stupid caterpillar thing, yeah.
And the 7 realms are going to go, the family's got to go fight in each of the realms.
Okay.
And they get stuck.
Oh, wow.
Hence, Black Adam comes in and says, "What the fuck are you doing, Shazam?" He goes, "You're not supposed to be doing this." And he's going to help him to try to get the power from, he's going to try to get them all back.
Oh, wow.
And try to take the Shazam power at the
He's doing
same
the
time.
sneaky thing, yeah.
Okay.
He's that frenemy.
Yeah.
But he's really not.
Right.
The cool thing about the Black Adam is that he's fucking powerful.
Yeah.
He's a lot more powerful than people really know.
Well, I like the fact that he's
he
a
can
wild
hang.
card.
He can
It's
hang
like
with
Russian.
Superman. He can hang with Superman.
Nice.
Obviously, Superman can't handle magic. But yeah,
But
That'll be interesting.
But I like.
now, it was hilarious when the kids got the power. How they were like, especially the big guy, the big kid.
Oh yeah.
He's like, "You look at these guns."
The only thing I didn't like about bringing the family is they kind of took away from Shazam.
Yeah, exactly. That's
and I
what I'm
wanted
saying.
him to focus more on him because, well, the Black Adam movie may be it. I mean, the trials and tribulations that whenever he fights Black Adam, you're going to see him go through some shit.
Yeah.
And he's gonna realize that he doesn't even know what his full potential is yet.
Right.
No.
He's
still learning.
He's got some shit.
A part of the full potential was being able to make his siblings actually like superpowered like that too.
He is his power chart because of Solomon the Man is off the chain.
Yeah.
He is strong, and he doesn't even know. Has
Right.
no clue. And Black Adam's going to kind of pretty much what Black Adam can do, Shazam can do,
I think
and then some. It's kind of like Red Hulk and Green Hulk.
I think where you and I can kind of agree is that this kind of feels like that should have been more of like the third movie. And they should have brought the family in the second movie. It feels rushed because I think we both see the sensibilities of how Marvel did it. And Marvel did it really, really well in focusing on just the hero in their first movie. And DC has kind of rushed everything. That's kind of been a lot of the problem.
Well, I understand what Rick's saying why they did this. They could bring in the Black Adam a lot quicker because that is
It could save credibility and bring a lot more to DC.
That is like, and it's The Rock.
Yeah.
And that's like Shazam's major dude.
Yeah.
We're not pulling out like Lex Luthor or give me some second-rate villain from Superman, Mexelplick or some shit like that. No, we're pulling out the big dude. We're going up Doomsday and Darkseid right off the bat.
Yeah, it's like pulling out Joker right away.
And even though they brought him in early, at least it was written in well, like you said, made him think family, open your heart.
I loved the lesson. It was honestly, it was a really good lesson. The only thing was just the feel of the movie itself. Like all the writing and stuff and whatnot is perfect. It's just the feel of the movie itself. It did feel like it took the focus off Shazam too quickly, and that's but that felt like that was rushed.
I wanted a little bit more like you. I just want a little bit more on Shazam. Don't get me on Billy's character being built up and everything else. I want to see more of Levi when he's portraying Shazam, a little bit more smug, a little bit more arrogant, like he really is.
And he can do it. Like as an actor, like he could definitely do it.
And really, I want to see if you remember The Rock when he did his movie when he was the football quarterback and he had the little girl, and at first he was just the dad, he was just a regular football guy, and then you see the transformation of him going from a regular playboy to becoming a father. You actually see the transition. You see The Rock's character changing. That's what I'm excited to see, to watch Shazam go from that point to realize, oh shit, I'm the man. Oh shit, I can do this. And then his level, his intensity, his feelings, his caring of things and everything else changes too. That's what I'm most excited to see. I'm not a big Shazam guy, but that's the storyline that I like. That's the plot I like to see. And I just like Black Adam because he's a motherfucker.
Yeah. And like I said, even though, like I said, they brought it in and bringing it in the next Shazam movie, you can see how he's still learning, how he fucked up and Black Adam has to come in.
Yeah. And that does mitigate the problem where it seems like that it sped up too quickly into the Shazam family thing. That does mitigate it if you know that the second part of the movie. And again, it's kind of nitpicking to make a big deal out of it. It's just kind of like that's the only thing I didn't like about it.
Yeah,
that's it.
But other than that, like I said, it was a fun movie.
I got a 6.5. I enjoyed it. It's one I'd go see again. I didn't have a problem at all. I thought Levi did well. I thought the young boy that played Billy was amazing. I thought his siblings, the sister was great, the little sister.
The little girl?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved her. She was so adorable.
I thought the dad was fine. I thought the story about how his mom breaking his heart, they could have did a little bit more with that. But yeah, just for the little part you saw the mother, you fucking hate her.
Yeah, as much as just that little part.
You fucking hate her.
How calloused she was.
You knew not to like this person.
Yeah.
I mean, we're ripping on it here. I mean, obviously, Captain Marvel, we know, is the number one movie this year so far at $1.06 billion. Mm-hmm. How to Train Your Dragon was number 3. Just going to throw some movies you do know at $512,000.
Still got
$512 million, excuse me. Alita Battle Angel, $403 million. The next one, Dumbo, $268 million.
Wow, that's surprising.
Sitting at number 6, considering the shit that they talked about it.
I know.
I guess whatever we have a problem with it in America, the rest of the world doesn't have a problem with it.
Shazam sits at number 7 at $258 million.
Wow.
And then Us is still hanging there at number 10. But anyway, Shazam, as we know, had a budget of $80 to $100 million. So it made $259 million worldwide. So it's made its money.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, it's definitely going to continue on. Now, I can only tell you, I think the next one with Black Adam, everything else is going to be bigger.
Yeah, I think.
Well, with The Rock in it, I mean.
And then you missed the cameo of
Superman.
Superman made his cameo in it, but you didn't see his face.
Yeah, that was. I liked that touch. That was pretty
funny. His face because they don't know if Henry Cavill is still up for it, but they're just waiting to see what's up.
Yeah, well, and I guess a lot of it has to do with scheduling in whatever other movies he has and stuff like that.
Because he's waiting to see a script to see if he will come back and do it. I hope he does, because Henry Cavill, even you liked him as Superman.
It's weird how hard it seems to work with him on the Superman role. It's like he wants to, but doesn't really want to enough. Like, he's not like a super fanboy that'd be like, you know what, fuck all the other movies, I want to do this one. It doesn't seem to be his attitude.
Like Rick said, I honestly believe in a long, long time since Christopher Reeve, Brandon Routh was okay, but he was definitely the Atom. He's definitely the Atom. That's his perfect role for him on Legends of Tomorrow. Henry Cavill is freaking Superman.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. He is definitely Superman. And I will take flack for this shit, but I will say this. Ben fucking Affleck is the older Batman.
Yeah.
He is clearly the vicious, ferocious Batman that he is when he gets older, and I fucking loved it. And his mannerisms and shit he was saying when his facial he was making during the mask and some movies, I loved it. Freaking Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, hands down. Since Linda Carter, no one else comes close. She is Wonder Woman and will always be Wonder Woman now for me and for the rest of it.
I agree.
Flash, the young man playing the Flash right now in the movies, great. Love him. He's good for the show, for the movies, but for
me, Grant Gustin is still.
But I think it's because he may be a little bit more comedian, and that's why they like the one on the movies. The guy playing Cyborg, oh my god, I can't even say enough about it. Jason Momoa is fucking Aquaman.
Oh yeah,
plain and simple.
He made Aquaman cool.
He created it.
No shit, Aquaman was a gay fish before, and now he's fucking amazing. But I will tell you this: my favorite villain now becoming is Black Manta. The dude that played Black Manta was fucking amazing. He's also the guy from Us, by the way.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, he was that. He's amazing.
Damn.
Dude, he's freaking awesome. Totally love Black Manta. And I can't wait to see him in the next one because he's coming back. You know who he is. But yeah, so DC's not going to do that shit like Marvel. Obviously, they can't afford to.
Yeah.
But they're going to have the little standalone movies. But like Rick and me were talking before, if you bring in one of the other guys in the movie, like have a Batman team up or whatever, or have a Superman team up with Shazam, that'd be great. And that's the thing. Remember, DC's cartoon was Shazam versus Black Adam versus Superman, but Shazam, I think, was in it too. I'm not too sure. Hello.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Opportunity there. Follow the cartoons. What the fuck?
So here's a question for you. Will there be a Hawkman?
That might be in the Black Adam movie.
Really?
Because Hawkman is one of Black Adam's. That's the one that Black Adam usually kind of messes with.
Because he has the Horus and he's the...
Yes.
And the
that would be interesting.
So that could be the...
Carter Hall. Who the hell's going to play Hawkman?
I don't know, but that could be... I wouldn't say the protagonist because Black Adam's the antagonist, but I don't know how that's going to be.
I mean, Hawkman is great because that's a dark horse runner. I mean, he's got a lot more of an underground support than a lot of these other heroes. There are a lot more people that would love to see Hawkman in a movie than gets popular attention.
He's gotten a little resurgence in the comic book too here recently. I don't know, man. DC can do some really good stuff if they really just focus. I'd love to see a Martian Manhunter movie.
Yeah.
When he takes on the White Martians with the extension of his planet, that'd be a great movie.
That would be really cool. I think they really are starting to find their stride because between Aquaman, okay, they got lucky. Can they keep it going? And then Shazam, all right, that was actually definitely a good, that was acceptable hero movie.
It's not a blockbuster, massive hit like Aquaman or Wonder Woman, but it's made some money.
And it did well.
It did well. It was a good movie.
I think they might be establishing themselves as a good movie franchise.
I know he said 6.5. What did you give your rating for Shazam?
I'd have to agree with Miguel on that 6.5, even though a lot of, like we got into this entire philosophical discussion, like all that shit, I was loving that. I was eating that stuff up at the whole first part of the movie, but that's my personality. I mean, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm interested in. So I can't let that weigh myself too much in favor of it. So being balanced and as a movie goer, I would have to say that 6.5 is fair, is a good rating for it.
I would have been 6.5 when I watched it the first time.
Okay.
When I watched the second time, that pushed me up to 7.
Okay, all right.
That's I'm a fan of it. I was fun.
I would love to see the Shazam from the cartoons. I would love to see that. Did he tell you what's coming out also from DC?
What's
on
coming
DVD?
out?
Oh, we saw it. Batman and the Turtles, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that was in our last episode. Yeah.
I know. I just thought about it again just recently because I told Brains, like, oh my God, really?
Yeah.
I want to see the next Shazam movie. I want him to do it again.
The same writer.
Same. That's going to be good then. That's fine. I will see it again in the movie theater. I will buy my tickets early to go see it. Braden loved it. That's from a kid perspective. He'd probably give it a 7.5. He actually enjoyed it more than Captain Marvel.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Captain Marvel was fine. He kind of looked at it. He liked the Nick Fury cat parts. But Captain Marvel, he wasn't... I forgot what he told me about it, but Shazam appealed more to him as a young boy. As a high school boy, actually. You think I guess the young girls were more into because of the female resurgence stuff. Yeah. I thought Brie Larson's amazing for Captain Marvel. Yeah. And the bullshit you said that she said was real, was true.
Yeah.
But I understand where Braden's coming from, and so he's all about that. But we're talking about movies coming out in the future, and here's one of the reasons why I was going that direction: Avengers Endgame. 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
I'm excited about that. I'm taking my little brother. We're definitely.
That's going to be a big.
Episode. The pre-ticket sales alone broke records.
Oh, I'm sure.
They haven't even. It's sold out in within a couple of hours in major theaters. They're expecting somewhere the higher. I mean, they were saying 250 million to 300 million, and 300 million was going to be the high end expectations. Now that numbers have rose from anywhere from 275 million to almost 4.
Wow.
Opening weekend.
Wow. I mean, to me...
And that's just going off of what people sold already. Dang. Not telling what else is going to sell up and down. And how many people are going to go back and see it more than once.
I mean, they're a freak phenomenon in history. I mean, looking back historically on this entire Avengers franchise, I mean, they did in movies what like World of Warcraft did in video games, where they just blew up the bubble of what was even considered possible and how popular and massive something can become. They've got us all on such a major hook. There isn't a person on the fucking planet who watches movies who doesn't want to see how this whole storyline ends.
Definitely go to the bathroom before you go. Don't drink too much of your drink while you're there, because it's 3 hours, right?
Don't drink anything for 2 days and then go see this movie.
And here's the other thing. There's going to be some cut scenes.
Oh, yeah.
At the end. So you got to stay to the end. I throw this, and I don't know if you know too much about this, but I'll throw this at Rick. Are they going to make the mistake that they're not going to be able to recover from, like Hasbro did when they killed fucking Prime in the movie, and they almost did it with G.I. Joe, and because of the backlash they got on Prime dying, I don't even think it was Hasbro, when Prime dying, all of a sudden Duke didn't die, he went into a coma instead. Mm-hmm. So they made that quick change, like a month later, when they were going to release it. They made the change. We can't kill him, because people got so pissed off at Optimus Prime. Because rumors are your boy Cap ain't going to make it.
Yeah, most people...
Yeah, we already mentioned that.
See, I don't think that will cause a problem, because I think people, for one thing, expect that. And I don't think that, even though people like him, I think that they kind of accept the fact, for some reason, that he's not going to make it.
Captain America, in this franchise, has probably become one of the most beloved in this, other than next time. I mean, seriously, I don't think I've ever seen that much love for Captain America, ever.
Yeah.
I've seen some shitty-ass Captain America movies back in the 80s. Rick knows what I'm talking about. And Chris Evans, hands down, is fucking Captain America.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know.
I love Captain America.
I don't know if I could survive if Captain America doesn't make it out of this damn movie. Or Robert Downey if he doesn't make it out.
I mean, I'm a super fan of very few things. I love Captain America.
I could give two shits if Gamora gets killed, or if Drax eats it, or whatever. I don't give a shit about those guys.
You know what? I'll pull out something. I bet you that there's a hat trick here. Everybody expects him to die. So what if Disney doesn't have him die?
He just leaves.
And everybody gets excited, like, oh my god, he didn't die.
He just walks away. Yeah, I can see that.
Because like what they do
with Incredible Hulk music.
like what they do with the trailers, all right?
Yeah.
Like, every time they come out, they all do their talk, whatever. They kind of throw shit to throw you off. If you look at the trailers, they computer generate things out of some of the parts, the scenes that we're seeing.
Right. That's true.
They do that on purpose.
They're smart. You got to admit, like the psychology they're using, the mass psychology, handling how we all think things are going to go and then what they actually do, it's like the opposite of Star Wars. Instead of fucking making everybody upset, they actually rub everybody the right way with the Marvel franchise.
Now you brought in another fucking thing. Oh my fucking lord!
Watch the
Did you see the Star Wars?
No. I have stopped paying attention to Star Wars. I really don't care.
After this one, actually, they're going to go on hiatus on the movies.
Oh, I don't give a fuck.
I've become a Trekkie at this point. I really don't care.
No, fuck no. There's somebody on this one that comes back from the previous ones. He's laughing.
He's laughing.
Really? Well, I mean, I know Lando's going to be in it, but...
Yeah. No, but yeah, Lando's in it.
Is the ultimate badass. He defeated death.
Okay.
Kill him, Anakin. Kill him. Use it. Strike him down.
Oh, the Sidious is coming?
Yes.
Okay.
He was laughing at the end of the trailer.
That would make sense, because, I mean, he did the extended universe. That's what they should have done all along. They should have done the extended universe. What the fuck is wrong with him?
Emperor's back, man. He ain't dead. And Rey's gonna be like the ultimate powerful Jedi.
I like the Emperor, but
she's standing there facing the thing, and she takes off, start running, and it jumps up.
See, there's the difference between Shazam and Rey is Shazam got what he got not because he deserved it, but because he would do the right thing with it. Rey is a bitch.
What? Rey is Anakin.
No.
Yes.
No.
Rey is the midichlorian thing of Anakin.
Anakin was the guy.
The midichlorians out of it already.
Well, the funny thing is the funny thing is though
they cut off the dick, stuck it in, that's Rey.
But see that's that's where you get the opposite though.
Transylvanian lightsaber.
Because what Lucas kind of proved through Anakin was this guy should have been everything that was good because of what was in him, and yet he chose evil.
Because he was in Shazam. No, dude, seriously, you need to go home and watch this.
I'll watch it.
I got the goosebumps. I had to go touch myself.
I do like the fact that they're doing that. That's an extended universe thing. I do want to say that's not a new idea, but I do like that they want to do that. I still, for me, this franchise is already dead.
Best fucking thing was Lando.
He's flying the Millennium again.
He got it back. I'm getting my shit back. But that movie, along with a few other that are coming here that I can't even begin to tell you the emotions that I have for these movies. Number one, I am excited by Endgame. I really am. I can't even tell you how many times I've seen the goddamn trailers. Braden told me the other day when I was outside walking the dogs, oh my God, I can't wait. He's excited. But there's two other movies that he is dying for. He is anxiously waiting for Godzilla. So much so, really. We see all the Godzilla action figures. He wants to know all the monsters in this movie that are appearing, and he's just so stoked. But there's even another movie that may even have him more stoked than that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
1 week.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
You think you can kill John Wick? Yeah, we're all waiting for fucking John Wick. And God damn it, fucking goddamn Winston gave him a damn blood oath. That's what that is. It wasn't from whatever. He gave him a blood oath. It got leaked.
Really? Oh, wow. I didn't see anything
basically, at the end of the second one here, you may need this down the road. It's his. He gave him a blood favor, too, for John Wick, in case he needed it.
Oh.
And apparently the whole trigger thing is now that Winston's also going to get targeted.
Yeah, so they're in it together. Holy
because
shit.
he helps Wick.
Wow.
Well, not that it helps Wick, is that he excommunicated him.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't die, someone's got to take the...
That's right. Excommunicado.
Oh,
so he's his head on the block, too. So that's why Wick winds up getting Halle and all shit breaks loose. And I actually think Morpheus is, Lawrence Fishburne is going to join up with him, too. I think it's going to be way... You know who who the main guy coming after him is, right?
Who?
Only the strong, baby. It's John DeCoscos. Go do some capoeira with him. Yeah, those are the movies that I'm dying for. We're all waiting for, excited for. I can't even tell you.
This is some of the best movies I've ever seen to be that we're excited about, all coming out at the same time.
I was like, we already did our Shazam review and everything.
Yeah.
Everything. We are looking forward to the future movies coming up with DC. Mm-hmm. Being Endgame's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we can all assume that either they're going to change Thanos' mind, Because, they never can kill Thanos. Because he's one of the Eternals, technically.
Yeah.
And they changed their mind because I doubt they're going to kill him or whatever. But who do you think Marvel's going to bring in for the next big bad coming forth?
Oh, that's either going to be Kang to do the time travel thing, or
Do you think they'll bring in Galactus?
man, they fuck Galactus up with the Silver Surfer.
No, it's rebooted.
Yeah, you got to think that none of that's
Because even Galactus isn't as bad as Thanos, because they went head to head and Thanos kicked his ass.
Well, I was like I said, because they want to do they're making the Eternals movie with all that's what they got. Angelina Jolie is going to be she's going to be Cersei, one of the Eternals.
Oh fuck! So they could do the dude. They're going to bring in Adam Warlock then?
Yeah, they're going to because James Gunn he's back.
Yeah,
he's going to be doing Guardians 3.
Ooh, God, I don't know, man.
I mean, I wish they were doing the original universe, Adam Warlock, instead of the Ultimate Universe, but, whatever. But as far as who they would do, I mean, they could also, Kane's a low-hanging fruit. My vote would probably be more on him, but, like, an outlier they might choose, like, more of a, like, okay, so it's Avengers against one big and bad. What if it's the Avengers against a group of big and bads now?
You talking about AVX?
Well, like...
Avengers vs. X-Men? Because that could happen.
True.
Because the Dark Phoenix is coming out.
Very true.
That's the last one's going to be in there.
Then it's going to be Disney's taking them in. Which, by the way, I've heard bad reviews about people that have, other countries where they already got to see it, and it sounds like it's not turned out very good.
It didn't look very... they already did it with the other woman. I wasn't too happy with it, so I don't know how I'm going to think about this.
Yeah.
Without Wolverine, it's kind of like...
The theatrical trailer I saw, too, was kind of like...
Without Wolverine there to do anything, because Wolverine's the only one really could get
brings
to
the
her.
emotion and the stuff with it.
He's the only one that could actually get to her. Literally, when she's doing that shit, he could actually, get his stuff back. Unless you obliterate him, unless you did Professor X. But anyway.
Right. But, the group I was thinking of, though, I can't fucking think of his name right now. They actually, in one of the cartoons, they actually had him, like, bringing up the team against the Avengers, like, Zim, what's his name? He has, like, the purple suit, the purple outfit.
You're talking about Baron Zemo.
Yeah, Baron Zemo. Yeah, they could do some kind of shit like that. They could pull together a team.
Well, Baron Zemo's in jail right now.
Yeah.
He's in jail right now.
He hasn't got a suit yet.
He could get breaking out from Infinity.
Because
how Infinity ends, he could get out.
Because he's in jail because of Civil War, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you know what? Ultron can come back too.
That's true. There's some options.
Kang would be a good one, but if you do Kang, you have to bring in some of the X-Men.
Yeah, that's probably
that's the whole thing.
That's probably
Disney
has
has the X-Men now.
I just want X-Men to say, "Fuck all that bullshit. Let's bring in Mr. Sinister."
I would love that so much. That's the one guy, and I'm glad. You know what? I'm so glad they've never done him because they would have fucked it up.
Don't get me wrong. Mr. Sinister would be great, but I think he'd be great in a Deadpool movie.
Mr. Sinister?
You know what? You're right. As outside the box as he is, he would be a way better.
I want to see a Deadpool Spider-Man team up.
They could do that.
Now they can, yeah. Well, in fact, they really always could have, but now they especially can because I think Disney would be more likely to do that.
They could have done now that they have all the rights, they could actually go back and do the Deadpool where Deadpool finds out he has a daughter. Mm-hmm. And he teams up with Wolverine and Captain America.
Wow, that would be crazy.
That is an emotional storyline.
No, the only question is...
There's so many possibilities, really.
The only question is, we all know that Hugh Jackman is our Wolverine, but who are they going to bring in as Wolverine now? That's the hard part right there. How are you going to follow Hugh Jackman?
Man, I don't even know.
You get his son. You bring another guy and bring in Dakin.
Isn't Dakin a bad guy?
Yeah. X-23.
Yeah, you can bring in the girl instead. But I don't know, since they're rebooting the whole...
Shit, who the fuck are the Avengers?
What actor? What
maybe they'll bring somebody else lesser known.
I can see the Avengers fighting the Celestials. I can see the Avengers dealing with those guys again. It gets too... What's the word? Sean used existential earlier. It gets too unbelievable when you start talking the Eternals. Then the Eternals, they have somebody that's stronger than them.
Yeah.
It just gets beyond. It gets ridiculous. You're starting to go off the power grade, and you're like, okay, I'm fucking lost.
So, kind of a more realistic question is: will they bring in like one person, or will they bring in a team? Is it going to be a team of villains, or is it going to be
Infinity? Will it be the other one? I can't think of the other one. The yellow one, Would it be the one with the horns? I mean, I don't know who it would be.
Who knows?
I mean, because then if it was like maybe, for instance, one of the earlier theories before Infinity Wars even came out was that what was going to be following up would be the Secret Wars, and so that's like Von Doom and Shield and.
Well, the thing is, the Russo brothers, the ones that have been doing the whole thing, Endgame and everything, they already been talking. Now that they got the rights to every character, they already want to do Secret Wars. They've been wanting to do that for a while.
Well, not about shit. You can't. That tops a lot of stuff.
And that kind of would be also kind of following up a little more on Civil War,
and they
going in a different direction.
Just because they could, they're going to be doing time travel in Endgame because he's going to go into a time vortex, Ant-Man, and they got all that shit happening. They could do it because they can go to parallel worlds now.
And they also have the ability because the Skrulls are here.
Yes.
Man, there's a lot of
Captain Marvel's here, so she'll be opposite of Tony. And then oh my God, this would be ridiculous.
Like so much. It was funny too. Everybody was wondering, and they also said they kind of in the trailer already. If y'all seen the one of the later trailers, they finally said where Captain Marvel was during the whole Infinity thing.
Other planets needed more saving.
Yeah, and because unfortunately they don't have y'all. It was funny how Captain America just kind of like. Told you something.
Yeah, and then Thor stands up, walks up to her, and that's what he calls his hammer. And she looks at him, and he goes, "I like this one." They gonna get it on, super baby.
I know Valkyrie's
I think it's too soon for X-rated Marvel, Miguel.
Like I said, I know Valkyrie's supposed to be back in it.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I think Thor, like I said, from what I gathered, they're gonna break off into teams, the ones that are left. And I think Thor's going to go out looking for Valkyrie and the one because they took him off on another ship to get away from Thanos.
It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. They're going to do a lot. The word is they're going to do a lot of tying in. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm pretty stoked. And then after that, Spider-Man Homecoming.
I think since we have the same creators involved, I think that we're going to have something really awesome still coming out of the comic universe.
Like Guardians is the one that's going to actually trigger the direction it goes.
Yeah. I believe that. And I really think
being that James Gunn is back with Disney, he's the one that's going to be all based. They go to for the space base, and he's a big. That part of the comics that he's a big.
He's definitely going to take the best out of it, the way he has been all along. So that gives me a lot more hope for Marvel than what I was having there for a while, where I thought they were going with it. So I think we stand a better chance. What would really screw things up is if some motherfucker gets in there and is just like, you know what? Let's just get away from the comics and write our own thing, like. There's a whole fucking, 60 years, 70 years of excellent story, and you want to do your own thing with it. What the fuck? I don't think that's going to happen this time, because I think we still have these same creators. That might happen down the road, but I don't think we're there yet.
Spider-Man Homecoming, next Spider-Man, Kraven.
Yeah. Actually, no. They might bring Kraven with the Morpheus movie.
Oh, wow.
See, that's the other thing. Morbius is coming, too. That's another crazy-ass thing. You're going to have the Sinister Six appearing pretty soon, too, because of the freaking Rhino and Mephisto and this fucking crazy shit. It's going to be wild.
Oh, man.
They might reboot the Rhino so he'll be in the rubber suit.
And, of course, you got to have the Savage Land out there, too, so that could bring some... Yeah, I mean, it could get really ridiculous. They're gonna have to really focus on one story and stay on it until they get to the end of it, and then go to the next.
But they've done an excellent job at that. I have no doubt that they're going to keep on. Like their master planning, their strategizing of these movies has been incredible, and I don't think they're going to.
Sony with their Spider-Verse actually looks like the.
See, had DC not screwed the pooch on the last Justice League, dude, they could have done the Crisis on Two Earths. That would have been an amazing movie. They could have done. The freaking anti-monitor stuff. They could have done. They could have taken Doomsday Plus 2, Zod. They could have done so much stuff. Not Zod. I mean GOG.
Yeah.
They could have done so much.
But again, I think as we all know, they what they fucked up with that is they tried to do too much too fast, and they tried to catch up to Marvel instead of doing their own thing, and that's what they never should have done.
And, that's what it is. In all honesty, Snyder kind of did his own, like you said, why don't you stick to the thing? He almost did his own shit.
It's okay. Suicide Squad 2 will be good.
Yeah. James Gunn's doing that one.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, because Gunn, I have a lot more faith in it. I think it'll be good.
Leto coming back as a Joker?
I have no idea. I don't know how they're doing.
And fuck that Joker movie again. I don't give a fuck about fucking Joaquin Phoenix.
Now
Kiss my ass.
Now we're on the comics thing, but I mentioned it earlier, but Spawn, McFarlane finally rewrote a new one. Not like the last one that came out. You know,
that joke.
The joke one. And he's got so far we only know 2 people. He's got the script. It was approved and everything. Because they don't mind the bad guy winning now, or they demonize and everything, because that's all out there. You know, I mean, you look at all the stuff that, you know, everybody's not saying, oh, the devil's bad anymore. Or it's still, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They're throwing it in movies now, and it's not...
It doesn't always have to be the same stereotypical, the underdog wins, you know.
And so now they got Jeremy Renner playing Twitch, which is the cop that's investigating the crimes where Spawn happens to be at. And they got Jamie Foxx playing Al Simmons, hence is going to be Spawn.
Jamie Foxx.
So I was all like, well, you know, Jamie Foxx, I think he played that character.
Yeah, he's a great
fucking
actor.
man. All I'm waiting is for the DC movies when fucking Constantine comes out.
I agree with you there. I'm all on that one.
Constantine,
Etrigan and Constantine, man, all the way.
Yeah, there you go. And Swamp Thing.
I know DC Universe, the Swamp Thing cartoon's going to be coming
That's a dream team right there, those 3.
Harley
shit.
and the...
You gotta be bringing him the demon, bro.
And also on the DC streaming service, they're going to have Harley Quinn. She's going to have her own cartoon on there.
Surprised you didn't bring out Azazel.
The Disney Plus, that's their streaming service. It's called Disney Plus. They got Star Wars stuff on there. The Mandalorians, that's one for Star Wars. Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to have a spinoff show on there.
I heard about that, yeah.
They're going to have their own show on there.
Spin-off of Game of Thrones as well, by the way.
Really?
Speaking of that, did you see the new episode yet?
No.
I did.
Oh, really? Was it satisfying?
I'll let you know. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was...
He was watching it when Jon Snow got on the dragon. He's like, oh!
You know, got on.
He's riding the dragon, huh?
You saw that, right? Do you know he actually gets on the dragon?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The dragon kind of snugs him like a puppy.
Oh, wow.
The dragon also kind of creeps him out too. Looks at him when he's doing something. The dragon's like staring into his soul and shit.
Because he don't like him doing the
Don't tell Sean you're gonna ruin it. It's on Twitter. You'll see it anyway. He's making out with Daenerys, and the dragon's looking at him. John looks at him. The dragon's looking right at him like this.
What are you doing with my mom?
He's like, I'm about to eat you, bitch.
Hey, what are you doing with my mom? It's my aunt. What the fuck you think this is?
Are they aunt, brother and sister? Or the aunt.
Aunt. That's his aunt.
That's still fucking messed up. Fucked up family lines there. We can all thank God we're not a part of that family.
Okay, here's the situation. I mean, God damn it. Who's the twisted fuck? The guy in the movie? Or the guy that wrote this fucking shit?
The guy who wrote the movie.
Fucking shit, man.
It was like, oh no, that's our show for today.
We're going to end it on some family love.
Wow, no, we're not.
Sean is now in this family, so he's loving on Rick.
What?
We're going to take a wall on a cholo and make a cholo. I can't even come up with a proper
two men.
name.
You can't get anything out of 2 men.
Didn't you say you're a Transylvanian? Would you like to see where he puts his life savings?
Wow.
So, again, we hope we enjoy our existential conversation about Shazam as we got really deep there behind the veil and all kinds of crazy stuff. But this is your boy Mig.
This is Rick.
And Sean the Irishman.
We out.
Well, you know what, guys? That's a hell of a show. If you really like Critical Thinking Podcast, then you need to make sure you follow everybody that's involved with this. So I'm going to give you a quick heads up on who our lovable sponsors are. We are brought to you by Japan Ramen Box, located in Tokyo, Japan. And then, of course, our big-time sponsor, Tanks Paintball. Tanks Paintball, where you can go down there and shoot Sean in the ass any freaking time you want to, and he can't do nothing but cry like a little bitch. Tanks Paintball, where you can shoot everyone in the ass, and it's perfectly legal out on Southwest Freeway, Richmond, Texas. And now, our new big time sponsor. Put your hands together for the black man out of Atlanta, Georgia. The True Showtime. The True Showtime. That's right. He is now sponsoring us. Can you believe that shit? By the way, that's our sponsors. And if you really love listening to us, you can catch us everywhere. You can catch us on our radio stations, Beyond the Dawn Radio. You can catch us on WBLZ Media /Iconic Radio. You can catch us on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, and Anchor. We're everywhere, peeps.
Thank you for joining us, thinking shit through one podcast at a time.